Hey guys, it's Cliffe here with another video, and hope you enjoyed yesterday's where we talked about getting to the gig, setting up, the sort of stuff you might need. Is there anything I missed out? Anything that you take to a gig that maybe I forgot? The one thing that I didn't have in my gig bag this time was maybe a spare IEC lead, which is an important thing to have. But other than that, I think I had my bases covered. I had a spare guitar lead, a spare patch lead, a spare lead to get from pedal board to amp, spare amp. I think I had my bases covered. Obviously, spare guitar. You do have a spare guitar you take to gigs, don't you? Okay, so when you get to the gig, then let's talk about what you need to do. The first thing to do, once everything's switched on and working, so you're getting guitar signal through, is to check your pedals, check none of the settings are moved. That's why the little green pen is so useful, because you can just put a little dot where you want it to point to. I've been a little bit lax, so some of my pedals don't have the green dots in the right place anymore, but it'll clean off with a little bit of water on a cotton bud or something, and then you can stick a new dot there. The advantage of digital pedals like the Strymons is that they have presets, so they don't get knocked. And then hopefully you're going to get a sound check. It doesn't always happen, but if it does, you're going to get a sound check. So before you start noodling away, make sure your guitar's in tune. Step on your tuner pedal. Tune in silence. There's nothing worse than hearing someone going have a tuner on your board, or if you don't, get one. Use it. Tune in silence. And depending on the sound engineer, it may be they want to start with the vocals or the drums or something. But if they're not asking for guitar, shut the hell up. Keep quiet. Again, we don't want to hear people just noodling away. It's like, you know, whatever it is, whatever you do to warm up your hands, just don't do it while people are sound checking. You know, it is boring hearing the bass drum going. While the sound guy is EQing it. I know it's boring, but turn your guitar volume down, practice away. That won't annoy anyone. But if you're doing this, when it's finally your turn, odds are the sound guy is going to ask you for a couple of things. Your quietest sound, hopefully, which is, odds are is going to be a clean sound. Play a little bit, play long enough that he gets the idea of the kind of level of the sound. Pick as hard as you're going to pick in a gig. Now if it's going to punk rock gig, don't be sound checking like this. And then when you come to do the gig, your quietest sound is... doesn't work, it's annoying. Just turning off my delay, I realise it's not necessarily appropriate in this case. So if your quietest tone is... give him that. Then he won't adjust it. Then he'll probably ask for your loudest tone, which is probably going to be a lead tone, or maybe a fuzz. But it might be a clean, because cleans are blooming loud compared with distortions. The actual spike, the transient, can be a lot louder than you expect. That's clean with a compressor on position 2. It's pretty loud. I've got no pedals on. So it depends on your rig and your settings what your loudest setting is. But for me it's probably a kind of fuzzed out, nasty kind of... Also, odds are delay, even though it may not sound it to you, may make things slightly louder. So if you like to use delay with a lead sound, put it on for that point. You're just basically trying to make the sound in your friend. If he asks you to turn down, turn down. If you're sensible, if you use a small enough amp and don't have it set too loud, and position it so it's not pointing directly at his head or her head, whoever the engineer is, that odds are that you're going to get away with a little bit more volume, because we want to be able to hear ourselves. This is what I would consider a giggable volume for me. I'm quite happy gigging at this volume. I'm also quite happy sat in front of it on a chair. Yeah, I can reach just about the amps that are arm's length. So yeah, it doesn't have to be crazy loud. Obviously if I'm on a big stage I'm going to want them louder. But no, we're not in the days when all we had were plexi amplifiers that didn't sound good unless you turned them to 9, or you know, Fender Bassmans that don't sound good until they're on 11 or whatever it is. You know, we have so many tools available to us that we can get good tones at a low volume. So you know, take advantage of that. Save your ears. Yeah, I think that those are essential gig tips. Between songs, shut up, tune silently, keep gaps really quick. If I need to change guitar, one guitar off, put it on the stand, other guitar on, hit my input selector, ready to go. If I'm stood up, it's much quicker. This guitar is already tuned up because I tuned up both guitars at the start of the gig, and then I checked them at any opportunity that I had in the set. Now obviously at the moment I'm in an air conditioned room, things are going to be fairly calm, and you can't always guarantee that in a gig. But these are just tips that will not so much help you survive, but help you not annoy other people. Which will get you more gigs because people like people they can get on with. Okay, I know this has been a short one, but more videos are on their way. Until next time guys, take care and I'll speak to you soon.